Hello and welcome. So first of all, I would like to tell that this exam will definitely test your patience. So by saying patience, I mean that you may need to apply for this exam multiple times to clear this. And I'm quite aware that there are some people on YouTube who say that you can clear this exam in your first attempt. I'm not very smart like those people, so I'll just share you how I have prepared to clear this exam. I'll share my personal experience on how I prepared and clear this exam. So first of all, I started my preparation for this exam when I was in BA 6th semester, and this was because of the guidance that I have got from my professors. So at the beginning, I didn't really think of I'll clear the exam. I was completely focused on covering all the chapters which were there for the syllabus of this exam because I was completely overwhelmed by looking at the syllabus. And of course, I'm quite aware that the syllabus which we have, especially in NET English, it is not possible to cover all the chapters. So one has to work very smart depending on what you feel is more important. You can focus more on those topics. For example, you can just look at the previous year question paper patterns, and decide, okay, this pattern is more important now, or this area is being focused more by the NTA. So I have observed that more questions are being asked from Indian literature in some previous exams and aesthetics as well. So similarly, you can just observe a pattern and study accordingly. So some people have a doubt whether to refer last year question papers or no. So I'll tell you what I had done. I first completely finished British literature, and then I started looking at the last year question papers. The reason I have done that because I feel the foundation for all literatures or all theories is again British literatures. It is none other than British literature. So only after finishing that, I started looking at the old question papers, previous year question papers, and the recent patterns. And so which are the patterns are there inside the question paper, you can understand them in a better way when you complete your British literature first. And after that, you can focus on other literatures like Indian literature, African literature, Canadian literature, which are again the most prominent literatures according to the recent patterns of the examination or the past year question papers. So there are people are also confused about how exactly to study for this exam. So if you ask me, for working professionals, it is again very difficult to devote a time, especially for this exam. But for people who are still in their PG or UG, they can very easily devote some more time when they are studying. So what do I mean by that? Suppose that you have a paper on feministic theories or feminism theory or British literature, so you can just go an extra mile and study few more topics or few more authors from that particular area, or you can just look at few more ages from British literature which are there in your syllabus. So this will allow you to finish your PG or UG syllabus along with your preparation for this exam. Okay, so this is again a very appropriate strategy that I personally think. And for working professionals, again, there is no other option than dedicating at least 2 to 3 hours every day, and you can try studying a particular topic or a particular age in that specific time. I would suggest that you prioritize some chapters over the others, because again it is not humanly possible to cover everything which is there in the syllabus of this section, because we almost have everything, and the syllabus provides no clear cut idea about what exactly to read and which topics are to be skipped. So you have to decide which one is more important from all those topics or chapters which are there for the exam. So apart from these, people are also confused regarding what sources to use for their preparations for the exam. So see, there is no clear-cut formula to clear these kinds of exams. You can refer to the sources which you are comfortable with. You can refer to the sources which you find easy. For example, when I was studying, I had a blend of both old school method of studying and the new methods of studying as well. For example, I have also used AI tools like ChatGPT in my study. I used ChatGPT to prepare MCQ questions, quiz from specific chapters or ages. I have also referred to some YouTube videos, and I have again, of course, I have followed the conventional method of reading, that is the books, okay, the classic books. So again, the reason I say this, because there is no clear cut formula to clear this exam. You can create your own formula and succeed with that. Again, so you just keep that in mind. The aspirants are also very curious about the people who have cleared the exam and what the exact sources they have used in their preparation. So I'll tell you what I have used. For British literature, I have referred to the book by William J. Long. It is a very comprehensive book. I have referred to the book by A.K. Mehrotra to cover Indian literature. And for theories, I have referred to the book by Peter Barry, Beginning Theory. Again, a very important book. For criticism, I have referred to the book by M.A.R. Habib. For cultural studies, I have referred to the book by Pramod K. Nair. Again, very easy language. I did not particularly read any book for world literature like African literature, Australian literature, American literature, but I have used some online sources and some YouTube videos along with some notes. For paper one, again, paper one is something that many people avoid, but again, this is very important. I consider that paper one is perhaps more important than paper two as well. The reason I say this, because for paper 2 we at least have some foundation, some background we have, because we have studied paper 2 in our BA, in our PG as well, in our MA as well. But for paper 1 only guesswork will never work. We at least need to have some knowledge or some foundation for these topics which are there in paper 1. And again, a lot of math is there, a lot of reasoning work is there in paper 1. So first of all, focus on strong areas that you have. For example, teaching aptitude, data interpretation are all very easy topics. So you be perfect in those topics which you find are easy, like communication and all. For example, mathematical reasoning and logical reasoning, these are more challenging topics which require a lot more time. So there again, there is no other way than devoting some extra time to prepare for this topic or to learn these topics. I say this because in exam you will not be competing with people who are from science background, people who are from maths background. You're only competing with people who share the same background as you, people who are from arts background, right? People who are applying for English. So see, we choose English or we choose arts because we are bad at maths, we are bad at science subjects. People choose arts because either they are bad at science or they have no interest in studying science. So if you study maths or these challenging topics and prepare for all these topics which are there in paper one, you will be again having an upper hand, an advantage over the other people who are applying for the same subject, that is English, and you can score again more marks. So let me repeat it again. Paper one is very important, so focus more on that. And for paper one, I have referred only two sources. Again, to keep it very simple, I have referred only two sources. The first one was a book by KVS Madan, again very easily available on Amazon. And this book almost covers everything that is required to study for paper one. So again, a very comprehensive book. And I have also referred to some YouTube videos by Talvir Singh. So Talvir Singh again is a very famous YouTuber, and he has a YouTube channel named Commerce Net Achievers. Again, he covers almost everything that is there in paper one. And there are other YouTubers as well. And so you can choose any YouTuber that you feel comfortable with. So the end goal again is your understanding, is your comprehension of the topic. It doesn't matter from you, from where or from whom you're learning. The only important thing is your understanding or your comprehension. For paper 2, I have restricted myself to only one YouTube channel because I didn't want to get confused because different teachers have different methods of teaching and explaining. So I have referred to only one channel. And so I have referred to Dr. Kalyani Vallat's YouTube channel. I think it is a pretty good channel for your preparation. So one more advice that I would like to give at the end of this video first is that you try to solve as many questions, as many MCQs or as many mock tests, okay, as possible, as many model question papers as possible. Refer to previous year question papers, and if you have a study group or people who are aspiring to clear the same exam, same NET exam or set exam, you can just discuss these topics with them. And again, one more point, chronological questions are again very important. This is back in the trend now. Again, chronological questions are very, they are repeating again and again, and almost a majority of the major chunk of the question paper is covered by chronological questions. So you focus more on that, and I think with this, I think I should stop here. If you have any doubts or any queries, or if you need some more information, you can always comment down your queries, and I'll make sure that I'll reach out to each one of you. And at the end, I thank all of you for watching this video. Thank you.